this Pride Month, we talk to two content creators proudly showing off that love is love, regardless of one's gender. Clare, Inso, and Chezka, Carandang talk about the Filipino LGBTQ plus community here on The Final Word. Happy Pride Month to both of you.
Happy Pride Month.
Thank you so much for having us.
So Clare, first of all, how are you celebrating it?
Well, how have we been celebrating it? I always say we celebrate Pride all year round.
365 days a year.
Yes. Chezka and I are very lucky to have the privilege to be out in the open about our relationship because we are accepted by our families.
Yes.
So I guess that puts us in this very privileged position to discuss this, to talk about this, and just normalizing our relationship to the public and always putting it out there, sharing our love. It's the best way to celebrate
That's
Pride
right.
all year.
Love, joy, being together now for 6 years. Congratulations, Captain Chezka, who is a pilot for one of the premier airlines here in the country. But let's go back 6 years. When you told your mom and dad about the relationship with Clare, how did they react?
I think at first they were hesitant, but trinay nilang kilalanin, and I think for me sobrang important yung tinatry. So nung dinala ko si Clare sa bahay, parang hindi naman siya formal setup, more like getting to know lang, and yeah.
I think also it's important kasi before she introduced me, she was already accepted by her parents with her sexuality. So I wasn't the first girl she introduced her family.
And what about on your end, Clare?
As far as I
when you told mom, dad, here is Chezka.
Well, as for my dad, he passed away a few months before I met Chezka. I'd like to think she was the angel, she's the angel that my dad sent to take care of me or something. But as for my mom, I'm very lucky that she's very supportive of our relationship. She's actually watching right now. Hi, Mom. So, yeah.
Hello, Mommy Inso. Tita.
Yeah, so she's very supportive, and I never heard anything homophobic or anything negative about her towards my relationship and my sexuality. So I'm just very lucky.
And Captain Chezka, is there enough awareness to fight discrimination and address the pressing issues that surround the LGBTQ plus community dito sa Pilipinas?
Well, I think there has been a progress, and we still have a long way to go. And I think we should raise more awareness, fight for discrimination, and educate the society of the LGBTQ plus issues to promote acceptance at all levels.
And of course, Clare, you joined the Miss Universe Philippines pageant, which finished a few months ago, and advocating the LGBTQ plus community was one of your major platforms during this competition.
Yeah, actually, that was it. Yeah, I joined Miss Universe Philippines, and it was a really great chance to, talk about being part of the community. And because I was also so busy in the pageant, I couldn't really focus. But after that, I was given so many opportunities to speak, to tell my story. This is one of them, and I'm just really delighted because sometimes you're easily desensitized, especially when you're surrounded by people who just accept you. So when I put out my vlogs and see problematic comments, that's when I remember, oh, this is what I have to fight for. This is the reason why I'm here, and this is the reason why we gotta keep doing what we do.
All right, how do you react when you come out with your vlogs to the comments? It could be very positive, and on the other end, it could be bashing and negative.
Yeah.
How do you react to it, Captain?
Well, for us, instead of focusing on the negativity, we aim to focus on educating and inspiring other people. And we are always reminded that we cannot change other people's opinions about us, but what we can control is our response and our reaction, and that we should always choose kindness and resilience.
Clare, are you already very happy and contented with the current state of acceptance and protection of the community? Or does a law really need to be implemented like the SOGIE Equality Bill to protect the rights of the community?
Yes, I think that has to be the conversation. the law is needed, and it's not because of, I think people tend to forget that what we're fighting for goes beyond just, celebrating relationship. It goes, we need protection, the same protection that heterosexual couples need with marriage, with security, with health benefits and all those stuff. And those are things that shouldn't be overlooked. All that legal things that we need to push forward to are really the main cause of what we're fighting for.
And this fight, Clare, Chezka, has been going on now for 2 decades. It's been taken such a long time. And it is not a priority bill, right?
Yes.
There are other priorities of our lawmakers. Do you think it will ever happen? Will it ever materialize? And what will it really take to really put it on the president's table for him to sign it?
Well, I think what we're doing now, Pride is everywhere. We see rainbow emojis everywhere. We see rainbow flags everywhere. And this keeps the conversation going. That is a very important step. Raising awareness, just talking about it leads the way. So while, yes, I'm not satisfied with the current state, but I know that everyone, not only limited to the people in the community, but also to the allies. Straight people are allies, and they are part of the community because they also perform a very great role in keeping the conversation going. So it's very important to, all the steps that we're taking right now, how we've evolved as a society, and how we as people receive the Pride campaigns, receive all these conversations really matter in taking bigger
But of course, the conversation is highlighted, Captain Chezka, sometimes only in the month of June when it should be all year round, right?
Yes,
and
yes.
you talked about rainbow capitalism, but sometimes do you feel that you're being used by these companies, by sponsors, as the focal point because it's Pride Month?
Well, for me, it's okay as long as we're really promoting the message part, the concept, the brief. Like it's what the brief is all about. As long as
they're putting the conversation out there in a place like the Philippines, where the status quo is very different from like Western countries. Things like this, like advertisements that talk about pride, that normalize relationships, it makes us feel seen and represented. And we have to strike the balance between, yes, it's capitalist, but we also need to understand why these things are relevant today. And yes, the conversation isn't limited to June, it goes all year round.
Which is very, very positive. And Captain Chezka, let me get back to you. I mean, you are in the aviation industry. It is male-dominated. Hundreds, maybe 1 out of 10, 20, or 30 pilots or first officers are men. Is there equal opportunity given to you and your fellow LGBTQ plus community members in your industry?
Well, I think for us, the equality has like a great change na rin naman. And meron nga akong recently na Pride flight with Cebu Pacific. I think they're really like trying their best, yung effort nila to, provide information and support for us LGBTQ plus community. And I think what we need to do is to keep advocating for inclusive policies, challenge biases, and of course, create environments where people can, have an equal access for opportunities for everyone.
What about for you, Clare? You just told me before the show that you wanted to become a journalist.
I know!
It's a dream.
That was
for
Loki
her,
application.
In your view, in the media, is the community being given equal opportunity?
When it's relative to how the media was before, yes, there are more opportunities now, but I wouldn't exactly say it's equal. It's still a sensitive topic. In a way, it's still taboo, and the very reason why it matters that we are here normalizing our relationship is because it's not normal. And I always say, we look forward to the day when conversations like this don't have to happen because it's already equal, it's already a safe place for every letter in the LGBTQIA plus community.
Yes.
So that's what we're going for.
And Captain Chezka, and then Clare, what is your message to the community and to viewers who who want now to come out and make their real selves known?
Okay, we're here for you, and that you should always embrace our authentic selves, your authentic selves, and we keep on pushing for our rights. And that way, we can create a more accepting and safe space for everyone.
Claire, your message.
Well, my message is just embrace yourself. And I know it's hard. A lot of people cannot afford coming out. Sometimes they risk baka palayasin sila pag
Yes.
their
Yeah.
parents find out. That's one thing. And I'm just really, we are in a privileged place to be here. But what I can say to them is just to embrace it to themselves and just patiently advocate, and we'll get there.
We're really very proud of you, Captain
Thank you.
Chezka and Claire. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word. And to both of you and to all our viewers, happy Pride.
Yes, happy
Happy Pride.
Pride.